Good morning. Hi, everybody. Uncle Bruce here for Friday, February the 21st, 2025. It's option expiry day. It's the third Friday of the month. There's going to be volatility today. No question about it. A lot of options are expiring today. It's the most active day of the month for options, the third Friday of every month. It's the most active. Now, next month, the third Friday of March will be one of the 4 busiest days in option trading. Third Friday of the quarter, of every quarter, is incredibly important. March, June, September, and December. So this is the second month of the year, and we have option expiry day today for the third Friday of the month. Thank you all for coming through here today, being with me today from wherever you are. Guys, there's a lot going on here that we're trying to follow. We're trying to stay on top of a bunch of developments here. It's going to be somewhat hectic here. We'll keep an eye on things and do the best we can. While I have my wits about me, I'm going over to member commentary only right off the bat, because I will probably forget an hour from now because of what activity we might be anticipating here. So become a member of this channel, join the family, and fire away your thoughts on what you think is going on, or ask me questions about where do you think this market is headed and how you're doing on your options trading, and so on and so on and so on. Kids, thank you for your support of this YouTube channel. If you've subscribed or you become a member, you become a Gold Bagel member, I cannot thank you enough. Of course, thanks again for all your support following this YouTuber. Man, I got a lot to talk about. It's unbelievable. First of all, 34 thumbs ups already. Thank you. We've got people coming in and answering my question of the day. The question of the day is, Ryan Cohen just picked up $1 billion of Alibaba. I think he now owns 7 million shares, and he's already had some as it was, and now he's picked up $1 billion more. Personally, now he should use 1.6 billion of the GameStop cash. They get 4.6 billion in the bank. He should use 1.6 billion of that to buy 10% of Sofi. What do you think of that question? I think GameStop should buy 10% of Sofi and put up 1.6 billion into it. And I strongly believe that if GameStop were to buy 10% of Sofi, the meme audience that follows Ryan Cohen, the millions of small investors that follow Ryan Cohen, there will be hundreds of thousands of small retail investors who will come into Sofi and gobble up some stock themselves. And I think both shares will just take off because of it. One will feed the other. Sofi, of course, is a phenomenally growing corporation that is generating 30% more revenue every quarter. Zillions of new members. They're over 10 million now. They're going to be at 12 million, maybe 13 million by the end of the year, if not more. They're generating all kinds of revenue. They're making money now. They're going to be an S&P 500 stock. It goes on and on and on and on and on. And if GameStop were to reveal that they own 10% of the company, and they just bought 100+ million shares of free trading stock, and there's 130 million shorted on Sofi, put 2 and 2 and 2 together and go, my God, that Sofi stock could go to $40 a share just on that move. Which, of course, would mean that the $1.6 billion that GameStop would put into Sofi now would be worth probably double or triple what it's worth. So that'll add, that'll make 1.6 billion worth $4 billion, plus the other $4 billion they have in cash. They now are worth $8 billion between just those two pieces, plus the stores and whatever they're going to do with the stores. I don't think the GameStop shares will be $27 a share. I think they're going to go to $45, $50 as well. One would just ignite the other. It's like putting TNT and gasoline together at the same time. I mean, just unbelievable. Just saying. I'm just a guy in front of a computer saying, look, I wanted GameStop a year ago to put some of their hundreds of millions, or $2 billion they had over a year ago. They could have put $600 million into SoFi then at $6 a share. Didn't do anything. They didn't do anything with their money. They took interest. They raised another $2+ billion. They have 4.6 now. 4.6 billion in the company's treasury at GameStop. It's not too late. Put 1.6 into SoFi. Look how big SoFi is now versus what it was then. It's an even more surer bet of success. What blows my mind is no one else does this. No one else. There are activist investors into Southwest Airlines stock right now, the Elliott Group. There are other activist investors getting involved in other companies trying to tell them what to do and how to do their business. No one is zipping into SoFi at all. Nobody's buying into SoFi at all. It just fries my brain because SoFi is delivering on all metrics and will continue to do so. And it doesn't matter if there's tariffs. It doesn't matter if there's a tax cut. It doesn't matter if interest rates don't do anything for the next year or two. It doesn't matter. SoFi is just growing up because no 40 and younger year old, any person 40 or younger, is not going to go downtown to their little hometown, park their car with a parking meter, and walk into the main branch of their local bank anymore. They do their banking on this. They don't have time to go to their local bank branch in the local strip mall over there. They're doing their banking online. That is old school. SoFi is killing the branches. And of course, all the banks are going online as we speak in any event, but SoFi is the leader by far. If you're a college graduate, you already have a SoFi account. And if you're a professional that's now moving up the ranks within your organization, you have always had a SoFi account. You always will have a SoFi account, and you will get your mortgage through SoFi, your car loan through SoFi. You'll have credit cards through SoFi, and on and on and on it goes. So it's a win-win-win. It's right in Ryan Cohen's wheelhouse to own SoFi shares because he's 36, 37 years old himself. It's all there. He just bought $1 billion of Alibaba. It makes sense to me. He's that kind of investor in that age group. The demographic fits perfectly. What is GameStop going to do in the next 3 to 6 months as a corporation? They're offloading their Canadian stores. They're offloading their stores in France, which I think includes a warehouse. I'm not 100% sure. They've already closed their stores in other countries throughout Europe. They are downsizing. I think maybe the big picture for GameStop is systematically backing out of various geographical areas, and ultimately selling off the entire company in the retail side and end up with GameStop, the public company, which is sitting on a mountain of money that will now become some kind of an investment vehicle. That's where I think it's headed. Crypto's being rumored with MicroStrategy or strategy. Now we're seeing the Alibaba investment that he's making personally, Cohen. There could be all kinds of stuff happening here. Just all kinds of. Could it be that a year from now, GameStop has made moves and has $5 billion cash in the bank and has already made some moves and will attract additional capital as their shares go higher? Could it be a year from now, GameStop shares are $50, $60 a share. They've raised another $4 or $5 billion in cash. They're now sitting on $10 billion. They've put money, $1 billion here, $1 billion here, $2 billion here. But yeah, anything is possible. Anything, because he's 36 years of age. He's the chairman of GameStop. He doesn't take a salary. He's just a shareholder. He just moved his shares from his RC Ventures company into his personal name. I don't know why, but he did. Maybe to prevent shorters from borrowing his stock to short stock in the open market on GameStop. Again, speculation has been rampant everywhere. I fear GameStop going up if you're an option writer. That's what I worry about. I don't worry about GameStop going down in price. Not really an issue. I worry about it going up in price, and a bunch of you folks are sitting on call options that you wrote. That's what I worry about. I want you writing cash secured puts on GameStop. I want you doing put credit spreads on GameStop. Make your money on shrinkage as puts die on the vine. Don't go into call credit spreads. because I'm worried that the upside on GameStop is going to overrun you. That's what I'm worried about. I get paid to worry when there's nothing to worry about. That's what happens here in this house. And I don't want you guys to get caught with a hot GameStop stock that, like last year, went to 60 something bucks a share in 2 weeks. That's what I worry about, because I got the emails last year nonstop from you guys. Many of you wrote to me and said, I wrote $40 calls and the stock is doing this and I'm upside down. I don't know how to roll over and what am I going to do? It was a wonderful problem. You know, your shares went up, you had to do rollovers. We found solutions for many of you, and some of you had enough time to allow the stock to ease off, and that took the pressure off of you. But right now, you have this golden ticket right in front of you. You've got a golden ticket being offered to you. Sell your GameStop shares and write cash secured puts instead. Write $27 cash secured puts, 1 for 1. Sell 1,000 shares of GameStop, write 10 cash secured puts. Sell 5,000 shares of GameStop, write 50 cash secured puts. Take a boatload of cash to buy back your stock. Offer to buy it back at a lower price than it's trading at now, with a cash reward up front, which includes a huge premium. Lovely. Go all the way out to Jan 26. No problem. Sit on 140% of your cash of the value of this stock right now. Earn some interest on that 140% of money. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you haven't taken my classes. If you haven't taken my classes, you're not serious about making money. You're just here for this beautiful, pretty face. That's all you're here for. I feel sorry for you because it ain't that pretty. In any event, thank you for joining me and welcome to the program from around the world. It's great to have you. Become part of the family. Join this channel as a member. And you too can comment right here all you want. Thank you for your support. Look, the Dow is down 232 points right now in the pre-market. Yet S&P is up 2 and NASDAQ is up 79. Why? Why is NASDAQ and S&P not down like the Dow is off? The Dow is off 0.5 point. NASDAQ is up 1/3 of a point. That's 0.8%, almost 0.9% differential. What the hell is not going on here? Or what is going on here? What is the difference? The reality is that United Healthcare, big Dow component, is getting its butt handed to it this morning in the pre-market. United Healthcare is at $443 a share, down $59 a share, or 11.8% in value. It's getting shellacked. The high for the year, 52-week high, $630. It's now at $441 versus the high of $630. And the reality is there's a report out that the Justice Department is doing an investigation on its Medicare billing practices. And this is not a $10 million problem here or something you could just sweep under the rug. We're talking possibly tens of billions of dollars of problems. And I don't know how far back this goes. I don't know if this is a 2-month investigation over the last quarter, if this is just over the last 6-8 months. Is this a 5-year investigation? I have no idea. I do know that United Health, I will tell you right here, just give me one moment, revenues of this company, $367 billion of revenues in 2023. Revenues of about lately, in the last couple of quarters, $100 billion every 3 months. This is the $33 billion a month business. And the question is, how many of those billions are actually being investigated for fraudulent activity? I don't know that. The street is saying, sell now, ask questions later. Find out the answer later, get me out. And there are people jumping out of here. We've had 1.3 million shares trade at now 441, down $61 a share. Cash on hand, $29 billion. It was $32 billion last quarter, $26 billion the quarter before that. So, there's that. Total assets, $298 billion. Total liabilities, last I saw, about $200 billion. So there's only about $100 billion in equity here in this company. Yet their sales are $300 $300 billion, $367 billion in 2023, last time we got a report. This is a huge cash cow. United Healthcare Group, unfortunately in America, or, the reality of America, I don't want to just say unfortunately, the reality of America is that healthcare is a business. It's not a human right. It's a business. And if you get sick in America, you pay dearly in some cases, depending on how sick you are. Every business in America has healthcare as part of their employee package to retain their people, to protect their people, to protect themselves. Once you're 60 in the United States, you've won the lottery. You've made it to 60 years of age. You now are covered under Medicare, whatever it's called, the social program. The rest of the world, you're given healthcare in the rest of the G20, let's just say, the Western world. Anyway, forget about whether you like it or hate it. The reality is the U.S. healthcare business is a private business, and the top healthcare providers, of which United Healthcare is one of them, make ungodly amounts of money, and they pay their top 1 to 5% of their people humongous amounts of money, and they also offer them phenomenal stock options. And the top people of these health organizations are, if they're not billionaires, they're 100 millionaires, many times over. And many of these top people are flown wherever they need to go in private jets with limos, and they live a lovely lifestyle. Now, they worked hard to get there, and they're smart people, and they're graduates of universities, they're doctors, and they're lawyers, and they're all talented people. I mean, they're not stupid, they're smart people. But boy, have they hit the cash cow. Healthcare, people will pay anything for a pill to be better. When someone is hurting and a family member can fix my kid and it costs me 150 grand, here's my money, fix my kid. There is no negotiation done here. This is a cash cow business. And unfortunately for many millions of people in America, they are paying way too much money to get services. And many of them think they have insurance. They are paying insurance premiums, but they don't have any coverage whatsoever. Because when it comes time to get covered, to be paid for service, they are denied. And so it's an ugly story. And it's a sad story, and it's unbelievable. So now, if on top of everything else, the reputation of these healthcare providers isn't all that great, and a lot of Americans don't understand and do not know just how lucrative it is to be a top 5%er of these outfits, and they're going to find out. And on top of everything else, now there's a probe by the Justice Department, the Trump Justice Department, into the billing practices of these outfits. Oh my God. This could be crazy. And so the Dow is off 258 points right now because United Healthcare is a big Dow component of the Dow Jones. And I'm sitting here as a guy in front of a computer begging you to tell you the markets are at all-time highs. And yesterday we had a down day, and it could be the beginning of a pullback, maybe just a correction. Maybe we're only going to see a 3 to 5 to 10% pullback over the next month. Nothing silly, but maybe that's what's beginning to happen. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong, and it's worse. We are beginning the slow, inevitable grind where PE multiples are unsustainable, stocks are trading too high for their britches, and once we start seeing a pullback in stock prices, the margin calls go out from Wall Street to their clientele. That's what I worry about. I get paid to worry when there's nothing to worry about, and I'm worried that this market is overpriced, which it is. Its PE multiples are way too high, which they are, and earnings have to grow into PE multiples. That is the story on Wall Street right now, that earnings will grow. They're convinced in Wall Street that, of course, you never sell. Wall Street says, never sell. Wall Street's saying, oh, well, corporate America is going to grow into those PE multiples. That is the end of the game. Is when the Wall Street boys have nothing else to tell you as to why you should be into the market, except to say, well, the earnings next year are going to definitely justify the crazy prices we have this year. You fall for that line, you're the sap of saps. You are the sap of all saps. Hear me now and believe me later. I saw a skit on Saturday Night Live about that. I tell you, kids, there are stocks out there trading at 50, 60, 80 times earnings that have no business trading at half that. And here we are. You get DOJ investigations into certain billing practices of certain companies. Well, you got yourself a nightmare scenario, because the possibility of United Healthcare having a $5 billion penalty plus hundreds of millions of legal fees that are going to come off the top. This is not going to be good for the stock. Forget the company. They're not going to kill the company. They can't put it out of business. No one's going to jail. But the stock isn't going to hit new all-time highs. And if it's part of the Dow 30, the Dow Industrial Index, oh, that's not good for index funds. Hello, index funds are where most people put their money through their employers. If you've got a 401k at work, I bet you dollars to donuts, if you took a deep look into your 401k, and when's the last time you did look into your 401k? Your employer savings plan that you have to be involved with, where you can't control what the money does, you have to let them manage it for you. Have you ever looked into what they own? Have you ever looked into what it is you actually are investing in? Likely index funds, of which there's the Dow, there's the health index funds, there's the S&P, there's the NASDAQ. And some of those funds maybe are doing okay because they might be into high tech or software or AI or whatever, but there's a portion of your money that is tied up in these index funds. And if the indexes, the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P begin to falter and go into a correction mode, which is at least a 10% drop, and the threat is that we might be entering a bear market from there, tariffs, higher inflation, higher interest rates, geopolitical problems like America and Russia are friends now. Like, you think that's good for America? That could cause a recession, or it could cause a depression, or it could cause a bear market. And it might be a slight bear market, just like it's just a little bit of a bear market for like 2 years. You're going to see your returns get wiped out on your 401ks. This is what you don't want. You don't want a scenario where, well, my retirement fund reached $450,000 and I've only got 10 more years to work. And in the next 10 years, that $450,000 should add 10% a year, and it'll be worth $1 million and a quarter when I retire, $1.5 million when I retire. And it lost 10% this year, and it's now only worth $389. And the next year it lost 5%, and it's only worth $345. How in the hell are you retiring in 8 years with anything near $1 million? I don't know where that's coming from. I'm just asking, and I'm just throwing it out there. When markets are at all-time record highs and companies are supposed to grow into their stock prices, it's over. And no one in Wall Street wants to say it because they would get fired. They would get eliminated by their bosses. You think Jamie Dimon is going to allow any of his JP Morgan people to say what I just said? Are you out of your freaking mind? Goldman Sachs, any of the big firms? Not a chance. All is well. All is well at the garden. All will be well in the spring. The garden is fine. All is fine. There's nothing to see here. That blood on the sidewalk, we just wash it away. That's okay. We'll just wash it down to the sewer. Not a problem. Well, we're down 263 on the Dow. Is it over? I don't know. Is this the beginning of a bear market? I'm not saying that. Is the market going to have a bad day today? I don't know. It's option expiry day, third Friday of the month. Volatility is going to rock. That's true. The upside of GameStop is totally different than what the market is showing me that it wants to do as a whole. And it could well be that companies like Sofi and GameStop and Rocket Lab just go right up the middle and just succeed wonderfully in what they're about, because they're growth companies. That's the question. Are they growth stocks? I think SoFi is. I think Rocket Lab is. I think AI is. I think Unity is a growth company. I think these guys are growing. They're going to grow into a bigger business. GameStop is evolving into a different business. From brick and mortar to where it's at and where it's going, a huge shift is underway. And I don't think there's downside on that stock. Not much. Upside, yeah, phenomenal. Welcome to the party. You don't have to own a single share of any of the companies I talk about. You don't have to own any of these stocks to be in it, to win from it. You can win from this market by sitting on a boatload of cash and writing options using your capital. That's all you have to do. You can make money on shrinkage. You can make money on capital appreciation of stocks, cash secured puts. You win, win, and you win. In the meantime, you haul in a bunch of interest income on the cash you're sitting on, courtesy of the American taxpayer, because the treasury bills that are paying interest and or the corporate bonds that are out there, you're now winning from the biggest corporations in the United States. And you're going, thank you, corporate America, for paying me up to 8% on my ETF, depending on which ETF you invest in. Thank you, may I have another? Take the dividend of between 4 and 8% from cash, because no stock is going to give you 8% dividends unless it's in big trouble. There's no way you're getting 8% dividends from anybody. Take the 4 to 8% cash dividend from the bond market and write cash secured puts and or credit spreads. Put credit spreads on GameStop. Call credit spreads on everyone else in the Magnificent Seven by far. You want to do call credit spreads and enjoy the shrinkage from a very conservative viewing point way out here. Let the campfire rage. And you're way up here just taking the shrinkage and saying, thank you, sir. I'll keep taking this cash. Welcome to the party, pals. It ain't pretty. And it's the same message almost every day. And I hate to bore you, but I'm telling you, this is what's going on. This is what I see. I said essentially something like this, not exactly like this, but something like this. At the end of 2021, we were hitting record highs all through 2021. CNBC was flashing fireworks and party poppers. Every close during the week, like every day of the week when the markets closed, inevitably 2-3 days every week, the markets are hitting new all-time highs. The new all-time highs are all-time highs are all-time highs. And that went through 2020, 2021. It was all going great because we came out of COVID now and everything is opening up now and it's all going to be fantastic now. And then it stopped at the end of 2021. It was game over. And in 2022 and part of 2023, the markets were crap because we were below the highs substantially and we stayed down there for a while. Now, there were winners in that time frame, absolutely, especially around here, because everyone around here became an option writer all of a sudden because they realized, why should I just hold stock when I can catch rent on my stock by holding it, by writing covered calls, or I could do poor man covered calls. Then we figured out, well, you know, there's more to the option market than that. With Uncle Bruce's lessons on his website, oh my God, I can do credit spreads. I can do cash secured puts. Yes, so people around here have been making dough from the market, but they're letting the market tell them what it's doing. You don't have to guess what the market is going to do. You don't have to be like a prognosticator and go, well, I predict that the Dow will do. You don't have to do that. You just go with the flow. Yesterday, the Dow lost 450 points. It was loud and clear yesterday. We dropped some points here. We're down 258 right now. So we're down, what, 700 points since yesterday morning in the Dow. And nobody in Wall Street's panicking about it, but I'm watching it. You're watching it. And are you a bad person because you're going to write call credit spreads on stocks like Apple and Microsoft and Amazon and Google and Nvidia, Tesla? Are you a bad person to do that? No, you're a genius. You're doing what the very, very wealthy are doing. The very wealthy of this world hire people to do credit spread writing on their behalf because they're busy being rich. You are self-employed or going to become self-employed, becoming an asset manager of your assets, no matter how small they are. 40 grand, 60 grand, 200 grand, 500,000, $4 million, whatever you got, you can be an asset manager. You can write credit spreads yourself. and limit how much money you risk on any one transaction. Talk about being in total control of your future. You're the casinos. You're the casino of the market. You're letting gamblers come to you and play the slot machine of options. And you're letting people buy options from you that have no business trading at the prices they're trading at. This is where you win, because you are selling product that is garbage. It's wonderful. It's just, you can't believe, I know you can't believe it's legal, but it's legal. You can sell options to people at prices that shouldn't be paid. And you know that in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, these options run out of time because they only have a limited time frame before they expire. Every Friday, options expire. Yours will expire too. And you're sitting there with your arms folded going, I just sold some contracts. I just hauled in $4,000 for contracts that are going to be worthless in like 3 weeks. They're between now and 3 weeks, they're going to depreciate down to zero. Now, where between now and zero do I buy them back? That is your big question. Because the hardest decision you made was to sell them in the first place. You've already done the hard part. You sold the stock, the option, I should say. You got the money in the account. And you're hauling interest in on this cash, and you're wondering, well, do I buy them back for half the price I sold them for? Do I buy them back for 60% off? Do I wait until they're on sale at only 25 cents on the dollar? When do I close the other side? Well, the answer to that is, what's the market doing? What's the stock doing that you're writing credit spreads on? And the option chain that you're following, you wrote contracts that had a month to go 2 weeks ago. What are contracts trading for that have a month to go? Can I roll from a 2-week position to a new 4-week position and give back 30 cents on the dollar and take in 100 cents on the dollar again and do another set of these? That's all you've got to do. You don't have to guess. No, you're writing way out of the money contracts that have no business being there either. Every time you write new contracts, you're going, I can't believe I get this much money for this stuff. I have to take the money. I've got to take the capital from these gamblers. They're going to put it into the market. I might as well be the guy collecting some of this dough. Congratulations, everybody. Welcome to the party. Glad you're here. I want you to get rich. Nothing personal. I just want you to make a lot of money. Richard, thank you. Pete Tizzle, welcome. Looks like Bruce Lee is in the house. Welcome. Andre Della Torre is here. Tom Kaufman. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Christina, welcome. So pleased Canada won their hockey game last night. There you go. RJ, Bobby is here. Ray, DH, Aurora, ALA. All of these folks are members of this channel. Their names are highlighted in green. They have an avatar beside them. They are members, and I welcome you all. Lee, thank you. Christina, thank you as always. Rice checks. James, J&J, look at those thumbs ups coming in. Free range is here. Welcome, everybody. Thanks to all of you coming through. Howdy, partner. Crazy 49er, all my local branches are closed. When I needed to pull cash out, the ATMs failed. Oh, my goodness. What else is going on here? Jeff Glass, hello there. Doug is here. Harry is in the house. Mandu number 5. Charlie, Jarrett, Beach Boy, of course, is here. Charlie, we're here to pump you up. Welcome, everybody. Hans and Franz, laughing my ass off. Welcome, kids, to the program. Thank you. Larry Titus, thank you for the 87 thumbs up already. Thank you, man. This is awesome stuff. Charlie, way to go, pal. Hector. Thank you, Hector, for number 94. Corinne, 102 on the thumbs up meter, guys. David Queenan, thank you as well for coming through with us today. Have you answered my poll question today? Have you noticed what that one is all about? Please hit it if you can. Answer that one for me. We got 106 thumbs ups. The question of the day is, Ryan Cohen just picked up $1 billion of Alibaba. Now he should use $1.6 billion of GameStop's cash to buy a 10% stake in SoFi. Yes or no, should he do that? Should GameStop pick up 10% of SoFi? 79% of you saying this would be a really good idea. 21% saying, nah, I don't think so. So it's a 4-to-1 ratio. Yay versus nay. Put in your vote. Love to hear what you have to think about that. 240 of you are here now. Tell me what you think, and if you can hit the thumbs up button while you're here, help us out with the momentum there. I so much appreciated. 111 thumbs ups and counting. Welcome to the party, pals. Welcome to the program this morning. Great to have you here. Again, we're trying to figure out, which trades do we put on what, what kind of trades on what stocks. I think there's some easy money to be made here, writing call credit spreads, cash secured puts. They're just begging to be done. And this has been the pattern here for a while, and I think it's going to continue. And I am not afraid of the market going higher, as a matter of fact. The thing that some people don't understand, if you're a newbie or if you're a skeptic about options, you listen to me and you go, oh, he's talking about telling his viewers that it might be a good idea to look into writing call credit spreads on Tesla or on NVIDIA or Apple or Microsoft or whatever. Look at it this way. If you're writing call credit spreads that have a month to go or less, and your contracts are 15 to 20% higher than where the shares are trading at right now, you're way away from the campfire. Even if the shares go up half the distance between where you're writing your calls at and where the shares are trading at now, shares rise within half of that distance. You're saying to the stock market, hey, stock, your all-time high is all up here. And that's where I'm writing my credit spreads at. This stock has to hit new all-time highs in the next 4 weeks to put you in a position where you have to do a rollover. Like that's your bad news. I got to roll over for another few weeks. In the meantime, we're into right now the 21st of February. Okay, you know what's going to happen in 3 weeks from now? I'm just looking forward to kind of let you in on this. In 3 weeks from now, the United States Congress, Senate, and White House, they have to sign a continuing resolution deal to keep the government open. There's a budget. There's a problem with the government right now. You may have heard the word that the government spends more money than it takes in. And you may have heard that the government is laying off all kinds of people anywhere they can, any way they can, for whatever reason they can, to lower the cost of government. Because the thinking is if we can drop 10% of the federal workforce and just get rid of these lowlifes, we will save so many billions of dollars that we'll be able to balance the budget. We might even be able to give $5,000 checks in tax refunds back to the taxpayers rather than pay down the deficit. We're just going to give the money away. The Democrats are sitting there going, really? It's news to us. So you're offloading 6,000 IRS agents that collect tax money to save their salaries. Yet these people, for every dollar we pay them to be at the IRS, they collect $100 or $1,000 in tax revenue. Like, have you done the math as to how much you pay the IRS to collect taxes versus how much in taxes they collect? Well, of course, in the Republican world, it seems this is the wrong thing to do. We can't have the IRS collecting all kinds of money. It's coming out of the economy. We can't afford that. So let's just run up the deficit another $5-6 trillion, pass it on to the next administration, whoever that might be. Well, the Democrats are sitting back in Washington going, let them rant and rave at CPAC and everywhere else. They're ranting and raving, and Fox News and what have you. Let them have their day. They're a month into their new administration. Brag about how great you are. But in 3 weeks, the government runs out of money. Because the continuing resolution wasn't a 5-year continuation. Trump wanted a 2-year continuation of the budget when he was waiting to become president. He didn't get that. Middle of March. And that's 3 weeks from now. On top of 3 weeks from now, not only is that coming up, then a week or two after that, all the tariffs that were supposed to be applied to Mexico and Canada are supposed to kick in. All the tariffs are supposed to kick into the Europeans because they're not playing ball. All of a sudden, everything is coming up all at the same time. And I'm sitting here going, how likely is this all going to, how's this going to affect the market? And so I say, call credit spreads, because I don't see corporate America winning across the board. There will be some stocks that will do well if tariffs are instituted on certain goods, because certain American companies will benefit from tariffs on foreign imports. Their prices will be justified because everyone else's prices were jacked up. But Americans as a whole are going to be a lot poorer going forward if tariffs do get implemented across the board. And of course, don't forget the other shoe that's going to drop. If you're an exporter, if you're an American company that sells your goods overseas to the Asia, to Africa, to South America, and Europe, you sell products around the world to all of your other businesses, all your customers. They now are going to institute their own reciprocal tariffs in response. I mean, is country number 1 and 2 and 3 going to just lay down and be beaten up by the Trump administration? I don't think so. They're going to put in tariffs on their own to protect their businesses. And so exporters from America are going to notice their orders dropping off. And that is going to guarantee companies not meeting expectations. There will be revised lowering of expectations of gross revenue and net revenue by thousands of companies in the United States, because business is going to slow down. The outlook is negative. The vibe is negative. It's not like, oh, it's all going to be great. Interest rates are falling. Inflation is falling. Business is wide open. That's not happening. Governments are at each other's throats. And this is not good for business. I'm sorry. And so the market might just say, maybe I should just take a pause here and not be so aggressive with my investments. And if we start to see index funds begin to slump because indexes are beginning to slump, this causes a chain reaction of selling. Because remember, all these index funds, and I told you just the other day, some of the largest index funds on the planet, SPY, the Spiders, the Vanguard fund, and the iShares, which is BlackRock. Those 3 S&P 500 only funds, those are just S&P 500, those 3 are worth $630 million and $632 million and $609 million each in value. That is easily $1.8 trillion of money inside those 3, just 3 S&P 500 funds. There are tens of trillions of dollars in index funds around the world, not just in America, but everywhere, on everything. We start to see a pullback in the overall indexes because of lowered expectations of earnings, because of tariff trade wars, higher interest rates, inflation that's getting worse, geopolitical problems. You're going to start seeing funds having to sell stock because they're going to get redemptions. And as a fund starts losing value, it starts to liquidate stock. And if all of these funds have to liquidate stock all at the same time, which they will, you will have a feeding frenzy of selling. And then you have the next problem. How many people actually own index funds on margin and are using the marginability of their funds to do other trading? How many hedge funds are doing that? Gazillions, to the tune of trillions of dollars. How many retail investors own stock in a whole bunch of companies that were dominating the market in a good way? Now they're all slumping. There are going to be individual margin calls to individual investors, which means they have to sell stock to cover their margin calls. This just feeds itself. And I'm just a guy saying, look, if you sell out now at the high of the market, and you write cash secured puts because you're an optimist on the stocks you love to follow, and or as well as that, you're doing call credit spread trading, 15-20% above the price of the market, above the price of the stocks. You're staying away from the campfire, so no sparks will get you. You're enjoying the shrinkage. If shares do come down and indexes come down, you win even faster, obviously. Call credit spreads will shrink to zero very quickly. You'll write another batch and another batch. Some of you will do call credit spread rollovers every 2 or 3 days. When the markets fall, they fall. But on the whole, you write 3-4 week out credit spreads, and your thinking was, by the time a week or two goes by, I will close this out because of time shrinkage anyway. You may find that is accelerating for you. But it's from a position of cash. Cash is king, will always be king. It's the place to go. Just saying. Just a guy in front of a computer saying, welcome to the program. Thank you for being here. We open in 14 minutes. What will the market do today? At the moment, the Dow is off 210. And you can blame United Healthcare, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're only up 3 points on S&P. We just can't seem to get any traction. And the NASDAQ is up a third of a point, 76 points. Oil is down 90 cents a barrel now to 71.63. And just heard this morning that Saudis are buying oil from India. Now, wait a minute. Saudis are buying oil? Why would the Saudis buy oil from India? Well, because India is buying oil from Russia, which of course is going against all the sanctions that have been put on Russia. But Russia finds buyers for their oil. They find buyers. They find buyers like Turkey and India and other countries. India has been buying up a bunch of Russian oil at a very nice discount. India sells oil to Saudi Arabia for a markup. They make money. Saudi Arabia is buying oil from India at a discount to the market, what they get for oil. So they sell a barrel of oil to the world and they get 71.63 US. They're buying oil from India for $50 a barrel. India is buying oil from Russia at $35, $40 a barrel. Everyone's happy. Russia has money to buy bullets and missiles and drones. India has money to flip oil around, keep some for themselves, and then sell some to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is happy because they're buying cheap oil off the market to use in their power plants to make electricity for their citizens at a discount. And then they're selling their oil to other countries, legitimate sales, at $71 a barrel. What's wrong with this picture? If you're in Riyadh, there's nothing wrong with this picture. If you're in New Delhi in India, there's nothing wrong with this picture. If you're in Moscow, there's nothing wrong with this picture. Everyone should be happy. Everyone should be just delighted, thrilled. It's all good. Until it doesn't work. In any event, if America wants to know who its friends are, if you really want to know who your friends are, take a look at what your friends are doing. And if you're friendly with Russia, and Russia is happy selling oil at $35, $40 a barrel to kill Ukrainians left, right, and center, and you're good with that, well, then you haven't got a problem with that. Of course, if the Germans and the French and the Poles and the Belarusians and Baltic states and the Finns and the Swedes and the Norwegians and the Brits are panicking because Russia is moving into Ukraine and is now being told, go ahead, blow the crap out of these people. We Americans don't care. Yeah, it's okay with us. Let's do a business deal. Because if Ukraine won't give up its precious minerals to America with a gun to its head, either sell us your stuff now, or we're just going to pull the trigger with the Russians' help. There are some people panicking out there. And Saudis don't seem to give a crap, but the Indians don't seem to give a crap. They're just here to make money. It's nothing personal. It really isn't. It's just business. It's this business. It's distasteful as hell, but it's this business. Now you know who your friends are. If you are curious as an American or a Canadian, or you're British or you're German or French, who are your friends and who are not your friends? Okay, Russia is the bad guy. Okay, well, we all put them over there, let's say. But who's dealing with the Russians to keep this game going? Well, the North Koreans, the Iranians, the Indians, possibly Turkey to a degree. Now you know. So, you going on a holiday anytime soon to Turkey or to India? Or is your company going to do billions of dollars of business with Indian-based corporations whose government is doing what is going on? Are you cool with that? If you are morally okay with that, again, it's just business, then continue on. It's just business. It's not personal. Okay. I don't know. I'm wondering. Look, this is 2025. Okay. We saw Clinton come and go, George Bush Jr. come and go. We saw Obama come and go. We saw Trump come, go, come back. We've seen Biden come and go. Now we're seeing Trump here. And in 3 years and 11 months, who's in the White House? And in 7 years, 11 months, who's in the White House? Or 3 and 7 and 11 years and 15 years and 19 years. Who is in the White House every 4 years going forward in time? It's a certainty there'll be somebody else, because eventually the people who are running Washington now will die of old age. Nothing personal. It's just the clock will run out. The people running the United States in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s have almost all died of old age. It's nothing personal. Ronald Reagan lived to be in his 90s. Carter lived to be 100. All of these folks will run out of time, and a new wave will take on what's going on next. Same in Canada, same in Britain, same everywhere else. The Queen of England died a couple of years ago. Who believed that was ever going to happen? And so here we are. Change is inevitable. The markets do not go straight up. They don't go straight down. They fluctuate. And right now, they are at the highs. They fluctuated nicely up to here. Multi-year, all-time record highs. Inflation assisted to a degree? Yeah, for sure. Do you want to hold stock? Do you believe the market can go up another 25% to new record highs? Remember, the market was up 25% 2 years ago because it was recovering. It went up 25% last year because it finally recovered and started to hit new highs. Do you think the market's now going to give a 25% return to all-time, even higher highs of all-time highs? You really believe that is the game plan? Then just buy everything and ignore everything I'm saying. Just buy and forget about it. But if you're really into reality and fluctuating markets, then you might be looking at this going, it might be a good time to be into cash. Maybe I should just make money on my money. Isn't that what you're here for, is to make money anyway? People forget. They think that to be rich is to have an expensive house, to have a bunch of cars in the garage, nice furniture and artwork, and to own stocks. In reality, to be rich is to have money, not items. Cash. To be rich is to be cash rich. That's rich. Asset heavy comes with expenses because it costs money to have assets. Own a house, you got property taxes, you got insurance, you got maintenance, you've got bills to run a house. The more expensive a house is, the more expensive it is to hang on to it. There might be a high quality $10 million house in your neighborhood, but it still costs a lot of money to run that house. Cars cost money to run cars. Cash makes cash when you have it in the right place. It can just earn interest on itself, let alone what you can do with it. Learn the art of managing cash through option writing and be the casino and say thank you very much. Giddy, giddy up. Thank you all for joining me. We are opening in 5 minutes. We're that close to starting our trading day yet again. We're going to see how much richer you guys can get today. Thank you, all of you who have joined this channel, who are subscribing to this channel, becoming members of this channel. I cannot thank you enough for that. Thank you also for the thumbs ups today. We'll see if we can reach 200 between the live audience and the rerun audience. We have 127 thumbs ups in the house with 5 minutes to go before we open for the day. I thank you very much. 204 people have voted on the question of the day, which is simply this. Ryan Cohen just picked up $1 billion of Alibaba. He now owns something like 7 million shares. Should he now use $1.6 billion of GameStop's $4.6 billion and buy 10% of Sofi? Should he pick up 100 million shares of Sofi, around $16 a share, to own 10% of the bank? Would that be a good move for GameStop? 79-80% are saying yes, that's what he should do. 20% no. 4-1. saying, yeah, that would be a really good idea. Because can you imagine the reaction of the street if that were to become public knowledge? Can you imagine how high SoFi shares would go and how high GameStop shares could go when the meme community figures out that Ryan Cohen and GameStop own 10% of SoFi? Oh my Lord. That would be something. I would love to see a deal where GameStop puts $2 billion into SoFi on a cap call financing deal. That would be sweet as get up. I would love to see something like that. That would take 120 million shares off the street or whatever the number would be. Now that would be something. I don't know. I would love to see GameStop get 10% of SoFi, and then SoFi does a $5 billion cap call financing deal with the street as a whole, and that runs that market to $50 a share, on top of the fact that GameStop is into 10%, and that'll run GameStop to $60 a share. And oh my God, this channel's viewers, you'll be beside yourselves. You won't know what to do with all the money you're sitting on. You will be just overcome with capital problems, tax problems, left, right, center. Such problems you folks are going to have. Just a guy in front of a computer speculating on what could happen. We'll have to see. We're down 204 on the Dow as we approach the opening. We're a couple of minutes away. We're just about to start trading on the day. The Dow is down a couple of hundred points. We'll see if it opens down 200. Will it recover to only be down 100? Would it go down to be down 300? I don't know. We're here. It's option expiry Friday, the third Friday of the month. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Welcome to the party, guys. I'm glad you're here. Let's see what happens today. The S&P is up 5 points. NASDAQ is up 84. That's it. That's all it is. After the drop-off yesterday, there's not a big recovery on S&P or NASDAQ at all, and the Dow is off another 200 on top of the 460 it lost yesterday. That's what I see. What do you see? That's what we got. We're down $1 on oil at 71.55. There you go. All right, kids. Welcome to the party, pals. 27.15 I see on GameStop here at the coming into the opening. United Healthcare is the big loser, $4.39 a share here in the last moments before we open for the day. Down $62 a share, 12.5% bloodbath on United Health Group, the Dow 30 component. This is not good. This is not good. 27.21 on GameStop, up 17 cents so far this morning. We got Rocket Lab ahead about 35 or so cents. Giddy up, everybody. We're up 70 now. Let me refresh that. We're up 70 on Rocket Lab. Unchanged on SoFi, up 16 on GameStop. So far, that's what I see on those shares. Spire at $12, up 34. We're opening right now. Here we go. Larry Titus will nail the buttons, nail the bells for us in just a moment as we start the day off. Giddy up, everybody. What is happening? Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Oh my goodness, all kinds of great comments out there. I sold 7 GameStop cover calls yesterday, March 28s for 425. Keep the premiums or sell the shares for 30.45. Thank you very much. Well, if you get taken out, you can just turn around and write cash secured puts at whatever they're trading at. You can always play that game. It's okay. Let's see how that all plays out. Welcome all to the party, kids. Nice to have you here. Let's see. What else is going on? I don't know. A lot of people commenting on my comments about the layoffs of federal workers. What's going to happen? We'll find out. We'll see what's going on. Larry, thank you. There they are. The bells have been rung. I appreciate it, Larry. You've nailed it. Appreciate you. And we're up and we're running. We're going to see what this market has in store for us. We're just, I'm just a guy trying to figure out help you make money in this market. That's all there is to it. Thank you all for joining in and being part of the program. Congratulations, those of you who are grabbing these classes. You're taking this time now to learn how to write options, become casinos in your own right. You're sick and tired of trying to find the hot stock of all time. You seem to always catch the stocks at the wrong price. You're always buying at the high and you're getting out at the low. Become an option writer and just become a casino. ALA, Richard Carlin, Bruce Lee, neat, nailed it, says Larry. I nailed it. Here we go. We're down 202 on the Dow at this point in time. It looks like we're down 202 points. We've got a 5-point gain on S&P. We got an 84-point gain on NASDAQ. That's all it is at the moment. Oil down 107. So we're up and running. There are analysts out there saying that Walmart is a buying opportunity right now. Walmart yesterday got shellacked with lower estimates, lower guidance, and there are analysts out there who are just drinking the Kool-Aid, being told what to say by their bosses. I'm certain of it. I mean, this is my opinion. I think there are analysts who just don't have the freedom to say what they want to say. They're being told what to say by their higher-ups. Walmart is fine. Walmart is great. The fact that Walmart anticipates lower sales, which screams at me that we're coming into a recession in the United States, screams it. When Walmart has lower sales as expectations, all bets are off for everybody else. But there are analysts today going, oh no, this is a buying opportunity. You buy it on the dip. Really, a 3-month, 6-month, 1-year dip on Walmart. I'm supposed to put money into a dead stock because what, they are paying a 1% yield on their dividend. This is going to shelter me from any downside. I can get 4.5% from the bond market. I can get 8% from corporate bonds. Why would I buy Walmart with a 1% yield? What am I, nuts? People think you're stupid. They actually think you're stupid, and you're going to go ahead and buy Walmart on the dip. Really? Wow. Unbelievable. But hey, Wall Street always thinks you're stupid. I don't know if you know that, but Wall Street really believes you're an idiot, and they think you're stupid morons that don't know what you're doing. That's the Wall Street way. Since 2021, when everyone shifted to trading on their phones, Wall Street called you dumb and dumber. They called you dumb. And they still think you're dumb. How they underestimate the public is unbelievable. Hey, look, when you're rich and you're making $1 million a year bonus, $5 million a year bonus, $100 million a year bonus, you gotta think someone is stupid. You're gonna blame the rest, the retail investors. I don't just a guy in front of a computer going, I don't think you're that stupid, and you don't have to guess where the market is going. You just go with where the market is going. Don't sweat the small stuff. Thank you everyone for being here. James, thank you everyone here, including Bruce Lee, Boeing Tiger, Juan. Hey Juan, thank you for being a member here for 3 months. I appreciate it, man. It's great that you've been a member of my channel here, a gold bagel level member with the knee emojis right there. Absolutely honor the Knights of Knee. Thank you. 225 of you have now answered my question of the day already. 4-to-1 ratio, thinking that GameStop would be smart to buy 10% of Sofi. That would be a smart move. Have you seen your super micro computer? It's running. Giddy up again. Interesting. Well, we'll see how this plays out. United Health, we're open now officially. It's down $45 a share, down 9% to $457, with the Justice Department investigating its Medicare and Medicaid billing and all that stuff. Yikes! This could be really bad. What can I tell you? GameStop is ahead, 18 cents at the moment. The Dow down 260, S&P down now 5, NASDAQ only up 31. We're slipping now. Oil down $1.08 at 71.49. Welcome everyone to the program. Like I said before, there are Wall Street professionals out there who are trying to convince you that there's nothing to worry about. You buy on the dip because earnings from corporate America are going to grow into the stock prices that they're trading at right now. That's all. It's all going to be fine. It's all going to be fantastic. The fact that some stocks are trading at 40, 50, 60 times PE multiples, which is double what they should be, triple what it should be, that's okay. The earnings from corporate America are going to grow into the stock prices. Wow. Well, they really do think you're stupid. They really do think you're an idiot. That is really wow thinking. Amazing. Anyway, there you go. Good morning, Uncle Bruce from Henry. Thank you, Henry Tran, for being here. Thank you all for being here. Welcome, idiots. We're all stupid. It's unbelievable. Wall Street is telling us that. I don't know. I just I'm amazed at how Wall Street is taking it for granted that we are saps and we are lemmings and we will be led to the slaughterhouse like everything is fine. All is well. I got some fresh oats right here down this hallway right here. I got some fresh oats. But first I got a guy with a little magic wand. He's going to show you a little trick. You'll go to sleep now. There you go. Yeah. Wow. I don't know. Just a guy in front of a computer. That's all I am. Nothing special. Just try to help you make money. That's all. Yikes. A supercomputer. SMCI. $61 a share. Up 80. Was that 62 not too long ago? It was also 61.90 here. Yeah, up 60. Going for $62 a share right now. SMCI. SoFi down 21, ASTS down 20, Rocket Lab up 24, GameStop up 18, AI down 7, Supermicro up 263, Nvidia up $1.12, Tesla down 160, Palantir up 219. Little turnaround coming here. We were down in the high 90s yesterday. We're back to 108 on Palantir. Interesting. MicroStrategy up 329. Costco is down 559. Coinbase up $7 right at the moment. Google down 20 cents. Apple up 14. Broadcom down 185. Microsoft up 28 cents. Not very big ringing endorsement of us upside here. Intel down 12. Netflix up 77 cents. Meta up 434. Eli Lilly up 366. Amazon down 79. Spiders are down 132 to 609. We're backing off from the highs on Spider. They were at 613. We're back to 609. So we'll see what happens. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Boeing Tiger, I've been a member of this man's channel for 12 months. Thank you, Boeing Tiger. Here's a $20 donation for Bruce and Jen. Thank you. You know what we're going to do this weekend? We're thinking of going to LA on Saturday. We're thinking of driving into Los Angeles. There's a sandwich place near Union Station that we would like to frequent. A double-dipped roast beef and or pork sandwich with the Felipe's hot mustard right at the table. I think we might be heading over to Felipe's. You want to join us? Join us at Felipe's. I don't know what time we'll be there, but hang out hours and wait for us to walk in. Love to see you.
You were talking about it so much yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't been to Philippe's. We haven't been to Philippe's in person for several years, so I think we're going to check it out. Did we go last year or the year before? Oh, that's right. We were there last year and the year before. It's our annual visit to Philippe's. Stop by and say hi to us if you see us at Philippe's. That'd be great. From there, we might end up eventually in Glendora on the way back to the desert. There's the Donut Man. Do you know about the Donut Man in Glendora? Look it up. See us. You can meet us there. We're looking to pick up some. We're going to see if we can pick up some strawberry donuts, strawberry stuffed jelly donuts. You have to check it out. Huell Hauser did a wonderful broadcast about the Donut Man. Anyway, say hi to us. A little meet and greet at a couple of these places. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Richard. Morning to all of you. Thank you for the Philippe's and Donut Man money, Boeing Tiger. We'll put it to good use. We're going to burn up some electrons in our Tesla and head over to Los Angeles and check it out. We're not sure how far into LA we're going to get. I was kind of wondering if we might make it to some of the neighborhoods that were really destroyed there. I kind of want to see it in person. Don't know why, but I'm not sure if I will or not. I'm not sure. It's a question of timing and traffic and all the logistics. We're kind of thinking here. James on the Misty Tree. Yes, I have cousins in Glendora. Love the Donut Man. See, I'm not kidding. I'm not making this stuff up. Tiger Tails. Jen loves the Tiger Tails at the Donut Man. I love the strawberry and peach donuts, but it's not peach time. It's strawberry time. Might be strawberry time. Anyway, we're going to check out the Donut Man in Glendora and bring back a dozen donuts from Glendora back to the desert. I think we're looking forward to it. So we'll start off with I'm thinking roast pork, double dip roast pork sandwich in the French roll. That's what I'm thinking about, with a whole bunch of that mustard on there. And then top it off with some donuts a little later on.
That's right. To heck with the museums.
Who wants to see the museums?
Who wants to see the Getty?
These are museums in their working state, a real live. Yeah, you can see a museum anytime. But Philippe's and Glendora Donut Man, when can you see that? I mean, really, not often. You got to be of the area to really enjoy that. So there you go. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for being here. True LA. We're down 274 on the Dow. We're down 9 points on S&P. We're down 2 something now on NASDAQ. The markets are now all negative at the moment. Crude down $1.20 a barrel. Anyway, there it is. We'll see what we end up doing on the drive. Really, it's to get out of the house. It's to see the beautiful area of Southern California, put a few miles on the Tesla, and just see LA for what it's all about, and work our way to Glendora on the way back, and call it a day. Get back here Saturday late in the day and head to the hot tub and jump in there and relax, and come back here and enjoy a Donut Man donut before we go to bed. What's wrong with that? And then sleep with crazy dreams because of all the sugar in our system. How perfect is that?
We're going to have to run home.
We're going to have to run home, Jen says. There you go. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me this morning from wherever you are on the planet. We love the fact that you've come and seen us, and you're here with us this morning. 280-point drop on the Dow now. We've got Rocket Lab still up 22. SoFi down 20, make it 17 now. GameStop up 19 cents. Other than that, anything significant happening? Not really. Apple down 11 cents. Tesla down 280. Microsoft down 11 cents. Google up 27. Amazon down about 70. Nvidia down 40 cents. Facebook up $6 after having a shellacking here this last week. Back to $700 a share. Supermicro up $1.25 to 60.50. We got ASTS down a dime. AI down 24. Palantir up 29. MicroStrategy MSTR up 222. Unity up 160, up 170 now. Goldman Sachs is up 280. Cisco down 8 cents. Spiders are down 109 here at 609.30. Netflix up $6. Pfizer up 11. The Qs are down 31 cents. ARC Innovations down 23 cents. The high for ARC 68.40. We're at 63.70. So we're off the highs a little bit. Intel, sorry, not Intel. International Business Machine Corporation, otherwise known as IBM, down 63 cents. The high for the year, 52 weeks, 265.70. We're at 264.11. Awfully close to the highs. Uber up 50 cents at 81.84. HPQ up 3. Home Depot up a dime. Vanex Semiconductors up 24. Adobe shares are down $3 at 451. Enphase Energy down 24 cents at 65.94. Much closer to the lows of the year than the highs of the year. There you go. United Healthcare getting shellacked today. Getting whacked today. The Justice Department is investigating irregularities in their billing practices regarding Medicare. This is not good. This is one of those multi-year problems. This does not go away in 30 days. You don't quickly negotiate your way out of this. This is one of those multi-year drags on a company that is now going to suffer a bunch of millions of dollars of expenses to help and cooperate and perhaps end up with maybe massive fines. I don't know. The stock is down $43 a share, down 8.5%. In the pre-market, this stock was in the 430s. We're still down $43 at $459 a share. The 52-week high, $630. We're not going anywhere near that anytime soon. And so this is affecting the Dow 30 as a whole. At the moment, in the Dow 30, the losers of the day would be United Healthcare. Then we have Walmart, 3M Company, Salesforce, Honeywell, Verizon, Amazon, Caterpillar, Chevron, McDonald's, Sherwin-Williams, NVIDIA, Cisco, American Express, IBM, and Apple. All are negative, albeit 0.04%, 0.1%, a quarter of a point, 0.5%, 1%. Winners, not so good. We are up on JP Morgan, 0.75%. Disney up 2/3 of a percentage point. Nike up 0.6. Coca-Cola up 0.5%. Johnson & Johnson up 1/3. Goldman Sachs, Boeing, Procter & Gamble, Travelers about 0.25% up. That's all. Amgen, Visa, Microsoft, Merck, Home Depot barely in the green. Most of the Dow Jones are negative at the moment. Very few positive, maybe 2-to-1 ratio, negative to positive, and the positives aren't very high. That is the story. I'm sticking to this right now. 285-point drop on the market. Make it 290 on the Dow now. Down 299, approaching a 300-point drop. S&P down 10.8. NASDAQ is up 5 points, barely, actually only up 4.5, as markets are turning further to the red in some cases. There you have it. That is the deal. Wall Street says, buy the dip. It's okay. Buy the dip. I heard this story all the time in late 21 into 22 that Wall Street was saying, buy the dip, buy the dip. And investors kept buying the dip until there were no recoveries anymore. And then investors went, I bought the last 4 dips in a row, and we seem to recover most of the dip, but the last dip, we're not recovering from it. And we're going even lower. And now the margin calls are coming in, and the dips went into a dive, and we had no recovery for a year and a half. Markets get overbought, and then we go negative. We go sideways, and we go negative. And I'm wondering if we have already experienced the best we're going to get. There's going to be a government shutdown threat. There's going to be tariff threats. Nothing good coming economically. I mean, nothing good. So here we are, down 303 on the Dow, 16-point drop on S&P 500. As I say, that's what we have. Anyway, cash is king, guys. You can make a ton of money with your cash. You don't need stock to make money. 1540 on Sofi, sell that stock and write $20 cash secured puts. Take in huge gobs of capital. ASTS 3174, cash secured puts are the way to go here. Rocket Lab 2550, cash secured puts. Absolutely. GameStop 2745, cash secured puts or put credit spreads. That's the way we want to be there. We're up 23 on GameStop. Will it pop at any time? It could. Cash is king over there. AI down 12 cents. Cash secured puts and put credit spreads. Super Microcomputer 59.98, up 71. Those of you who've been writing cash secured puts have been laughing all the way to the bank. You can keep rolling up those cash secured puts to higher strikes, and or look at cash secured puts or look into put credit spreads. Stay well behind this thing. NVIDIA 140.59, earnings next week, and so there's a lot of speculation. Is it going to go to 160, 120? Stay right where it is. What's it going to do? If you're a long-term holder of the stock inside retirement accounts, you just hold it and write call options. And if the stock backs off, you buy back those calls and write lower price calls for more premium. If it backs off, you buy those put calls back and you write another set of call options and keep taking the premiums and premiums and premiums on the stock. It wants to go higher? Great. You will buy back your calls and write another set of higher priced calls further out in time for even more cash and enjoy the capital gain of your stock. It's okay. It's all right. If you're a long-term believer in NVIDIA for 5 or 10 years, you're going to do just fine. You're not going to worry about this quarterly report whatsoever. If you're a credit spread writer on NVIDIA, you're going to be in the 110 range on puts, and you're going to be in the 170, 180 range on calls. That's what you have to do. You can wait till after the earnings come out and then make your move based on what the stock is telling you it wants to do. That is okay. Is it the end of the world that you're not in credit spreads for the next 3 or 4 trading sessions? No, it's not. It's not the end of the world. It's smart. And you wait till after earnings, let the stock tell you what it wants to do, and then go with the stock. Get rich following the stock. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. It's great to have you with us. Boeing Tiger, thank you. Glendora, Donut Man money, and Philippe's sandwich money. We appreciate that. We will be enjoying those for sure if we can. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you for becoming part of the program, part of the family here today. Those of you who are members, upgrading your membership and becoming members of this channel, thank you all. Try to make you richer by helping you learn how to write stock options. It's what everyone else doesn't do. Thank you for joining the George Costanza channel, where we do the opposite of what everyone else does. And everyone else wonders, how do these people keep making money when they do the opposite of what everyone else does? Everyone else chases hot rumors and wild speculative stocks. Why do these people do the opposite? Because they make money. That's why. It's simple. Because if you do the opposite, you can do very, very well. 158 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. We are 42 away, just 42 away from 200 today. Thank you again. The poll question has attracted 247 answers now. 78% of you agree with this statement that it might be the right time for GameStop to buy up 10% of SoFi. This is it. Take 1.6 billion of your capital, acquire 100 million shares or so of SoFi around the $16 neighborhood, and own 10% of this company. 4-1 in favor of that move. If Ryan Cohen is watching, you might want to take that into account. You have to know, Ryan, that if you did that, your shares of GameStop will double in price. You have to know that. You have to know that SoFi will double in price if you did that too. Because if the street gets wind that you own 10% of SoFi, both your stocks will double in price. I mean, you have to know you're going to take 1.6 billion and turn it into 3.2 billion in stock, and that the stock you have in GameStop will double in value along with everyone else's. You have to know that's what's going to happen. If you don't know that, you've got the wrong advisors. You might want to fire some advisors that are not treating you right. Just saying, I'm just a guy in front of a computer going, I think the meme community would be pretty excited if this were to happen, because the short squeeze on SoFi would be incredible. Unbelievable squeeze on SoFi stock. It's about 130 million declared short on that thing. That would be crazy. Just saying, I'm just a guy trying to help everyone figure it out. 160 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. We're getting closer and closer to 200 thumbs ups today. Somebody is agreeing with me. I appreciate you for that. We're only down 21 on SoFi. We're ready to go. Ready to go to 30, baby. Ready to go. S&P 500, here we come, baby. Let's go. GameStop going to $40, $50. That would put that company into S&P 500 territory. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I don't know. Is GameStop part of the S&P 500? Have they ever been in the S&P 500? Were they once in it and then they're out? I don't know. I don't know about the GameStop. But, GameStop starts making nothing but money on all the cash they're sitting on, and the investments they're making, that could become a very significant S&P 500 player. Well, that's interesting. Well, let's see what happens. Okay. We're down 350 points on the Dow Jones Industrial Index. S&P 500 down 18. NASDAQ is now down 21. What have I been saying all morning? 458 on United Healthcare, down 43, down 8.7%. United Healthcare could drop $100 today, easily. Don't know if it would, but it could. There are very few institutional holders of healthcare, United Healthcare, happy today. They're not happy. And anyone out there owning United Healthcare on margin is getting whacked right now. That's not good. Anyway, that's what I see from here. Okay. Alex, number 158 on the thumbs up meter. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. I've been writing 30 to 45 day call credit spreads with good success. With all the uncertainty in March, should I write 3 months out to haul in more cash? What do you think? Well, you could play that game, but you can also play the game of continue to do these short-term scenarios, because obviously if there's an accelerated drop in the markets, you're not going to be waiting. You're already not waiting 30 to 45 days to cash in. You're cashing in much sooner than these positions suggest, which is fine. I agree, though, that the further out you go, the bigger the credit. But on the other hand, the shorter you are, the sooner you cash out. And if you do 2 or 3 cash outs on shorter term positions versus a 3-month position, you may find that, hey, Bruce, I'm making 4, 5, 6% in 2 weeks. Again and again and again and again. I don't need to wait 3 months to get 12%. I'll take 5 or 6% 3 times over, and I'll pull in 15, 18% or something like that. To each his own, Alex, of course. All of you have to decide for yourselves. What are you comfortable with? Are you interested in active activity? Are you interested in being involved in 5 or 10 of these at a time and being an active rollover trader? Or are you more like, give me a bigger hit and I'll slow down my trades. I'll just do fewer of them and I'll take these different gains. To each his own, right? I just love seeing comments like this where Alex is going, I'm winning. Could I be a bigger winner if I do this on top of the winning I have? Rather than, Uncle Bruce, I'm just trying to break even. I'm just trying to get my money back. I went in on stocks I shouldn't have done. I didn't listen to you. I went out there. I had a gut feeling I could do this myself. I could do so much better. And now I'm just trying to get my money back because you were right the whole time. Welcome to the party, pal. Just all of you win, please. Just win. Take the guarantees that this option market is giving you, these huge, ridiculous premiums. You've got to take them. You've got to grab them. It's your calling. It really is. It's your turn. It's your time. Why not? How many of you are trying to quit your day jobs? Call credit spreads could be your way out of your day job. You can cash flow your way out into self-employment anytime you want. You could do this call option credit spread writing from Bali, from Australia, New Zealand, Hawaii, Fiji, Japan. I don't know. Where do you want to go? What do you want to see? You want to go to Dubai? See what Dubai looks like? You want to go to Rome and see the ruins for the first time in your life in person? You want to go to Pompeii, Naples, see Herculaneum? Want to go to Malta? You want to take a Mediterranean cruise for 12, 14 days and see a lot of the Mediterranean? Right options while you're out there. Come home with more money in your account than before you left. Hello. What is it you want? Jen wants to party. I want to rock. What is it you want to do? Thank you, Alex, so much for these comments. And thank you, all of you, for letting us know how you're doing out there. How is the market treating you out there? Giddy up, kids. What a party. What can I tell you? It is what it is. We're down 360 on the Dow now. Boy, oh boy. We're down 17 on S&P. We're down 35 on NASDAQ. $1.18 drop right now on oil. There you have it. Another headline in Barron's right here. GameStop CEO raises Alibaba bet to $1 billion. Why earnings pleased analysts? There you go. Ryan Cohen is being praised and being credited with making a bunch of dough. This guy runs GameStop. Hello. He runs the company. Games at $27.45, up 41 cents. It hasn't moved yet. It's up a little bit in a down market. It should tell you something. It should indicate to you something good is happening here. But 27.46 on GameStop, that can go a lot higher than this. Amazing. 382 drop on the Dow. We are approaching a 400-point drop again on the Dow. We had one yesterday. We're approaching another one now. 393 drop on the Dow. 407 I'm showing over here. It's all over the place, kids. What is happening on the markets? 391 and counting on the Dow. Down we go. Okay. 27.48 on GameStop, up 44 cents. Supermicro up 85 cents. That's another stock linked to Microsoft, or being linked to GameStop, sorry. Amazing. MicroStrategy up 27 cents. Actually, it's MicroStrategy being linked with GameStop. Sorry, not supercomputer. But SMCI is at 60.22. Okay, MSTR up 27 to 324. Giddy up. Whew, I'm getting all excited. This is. I like this game. I hope you guys like this game. Look at your GameStop now. 27.57 up 51.53 cents. It's moving up again. Something going on. I'm really thinking something's going on. Thank you all for joining in. Love having you here. Appreciate you joining this channel as members, as subscribers. Giddy up, kids. I want you guys to get richer. It's nothing personal. I just want you to get richer. Opportunity knocks, guys. Opportunity knocks. Okay. Oh, I think it's bagel time. Yeah. Oh, it's Friday bagel time. Yeah. Friday bagel time. Oh my goodness. 255 votes on the poll question. 80%, 80% agree with the question of the day. Read it and give me your thoughts on that. We have 166 thumbs ups. They're coming in. Thank you, everybody. Tom says stink bids do save lives. Oh boy, are stink bids working for me? Stink offers. You got to learn that game, kids. If you're here trying to figure out this market, stink bids and stink offers can make you even richer. And the psychology of the markets, if you figure out how the other half thinks, the opposite side to your thinking thinks, oh my gosh, can you make money in this market? Learn how to write options. The classes are waiting for you on my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Head over there, grab your classes, watch a few this weekend. Join the party, pal. Oh, fun times. I love it. Thank you all very much for joining in. It's great to see you. All right. Keep an eye on markets. Boy, the Rocket Lab sure is volatile these days. 25, 26, unchanged. And up and down like a yo-yo lately. In the last 5 days, Rocket Lab, let's take a look at it here. Yeah, as high as 29 something, 29.90-ish or something like that. And here we are at 25.24. This is just in a week. In the last month, Rocket Lab was in excess of 30. Is now in the 25 range. This could well be an opportunity to get a dip here. 3 months ago, it was 22.58 on the 12th of December. And then it hit $31, $32 in mid-January, late January. Now we're 25.22. So we are really seeing activity on Rocket Lab all over the place. Yep, SoFi 15.25 right now. GameStop 27.38. Matterport 5.41. 23andMe is 2.69. We've got Spire at 11.51. ATIP at 115, SmartRent 154, Apple is unchanged, Tesla down 230, Microsoft down 130, Alphabet down 46, Amazon down 218, Nvidia's only up 15 cents. Now it's up 4. Meta only up 440. The market has turned red, no question, and it's spreading on other stocks. Supermicro holding a 153 gain at 60.80. ASTS down 70 or so at 30.94.95. We've got AI down 36 cents. Palantir down 29 cents. MSTR up 220. Unity up 220. Goldman down 2 cents. Cisco down 15. The spiders are 608, down 237 from the 613 highs. on, what was it, Wednesday, we have backed off a little bit here. 607.95 on spiders. Netflix up 4.25 at 1,028. The high was 1,064. Pfizer up 2 at 25.92. Dow Component 31.50 was the high of the year. Qs are down 147. Arc Innovations down 70. IBM is off 25 cents at 264.19, just below the high of the year. Uber down 23 cents. HBQ up 14. Home Depot down 154. Vanik down 8 cents. Adobe down 5.24, and Enphase down $1.30. So it's green. It's red, which means green for some of you guys on your call credit spreads. Interesting market today. 392 is the drop indicated on the Dow. Make it 404. We're now down 400 points on the Dow right now at the moment. GameStop holding a 41-cent gain here at 27.46. Supermicro holding an 80-cent gain, and Supermicro, and then we've got a winner on MSTR up $1.36 at the moment. Not many winners, more losers than winners right now on these markets. A dude says, when these stocks do nothing, I make money. Exactly. That's the secret around here. Kryptonite. Time kills options. Time just eats them up, and you guys win every single time. Yeah, you can afford to be patient. Well done, everyone. Yeah, down 400 on the Dow, down 25.50 on S&P. That's almost 0.4 of a percentage point now. NASDAQ down 1/3 of a point and climbing. It's getting worse. Down 73 on NASDAQ now. Okay. Yeah. Oil down 122, 124 a barrel here, 71.35. There you have it. Okay. Welcome to the party, pals. It's nice to have you around here today. Nice to see you all with us. It's Friday, option expiry day. What can I say? Looking at the currencies right now, the euro is dropping against the US dollar about 1/4 of a penny. The US dollar is climbing a little bit against the yen, not much, 1/10 of a penny. UK pound is down about 1/5 of a cent here to 126.51. That's had a good week, though, the pound, good 2 weeks. The Swiss franc is just under the 90-cent level, which is still not great. The dollar, Canadian dollar against the US dollar, the Canadian dollar is down 1/10 of a penny today. 141.84 on the Canadian dollar, which means it's worth 70.5 cents to the American dollar. It was down to 68 cents, 68.5 about a week and a half ago. It's climbed back to 70.5 so far, but not much of a little bit of a better improvement there. But we have to wait till the next phase of tariffs. Yes,
I heard on the radio this morning that Nanaimo, which is a city in British Columbia,
on Vancouver
where
Island.
Nanaimo bars come from.
That's right. Those delicious Nanaimo bars.
Is advertising to its American neighbors, saying, "You should come to Nanaimo. First of all, we're great weather, great food,
Good people.
and you have a really fat dollar right now."
Come on, Americans.
Everything's 30% off for
That's
you.
right. Everything's on sale for Americans.
And they're getting bookings from as far away as Florida.
Floridians.
They know where Nanaimo is.
Diagonally across all of North America to go to Nanaimo and check out Nanaimo.
Go to Australia.
You can do a ferry ride across across the water from Vancouver City to Nanaimo, Horseshoe Bay to Nanaimo. Pretty as hell. Beautiful. Nanaimo is a beautiful place. Well, look at that. Of course, anywhere in Canada is on sale. I mean, any American going anywhere into Canada is saving all kinds of dough or getting a better value for their money, obviously. Of course. No question about that. Americans are always welcome in Canada. Canadians are very welcoming people. We love Americans. American people and Canadian people get along really well. The politicians who are trying to win popularity contests, well, that's a whole other ball game, but what are you going to do? It is what it is. Mandu, good morning, Auntie Jen. And Walter Young, good morning, Auntie Jen and Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Walter, and everyone joining in today. All of you, welcome to the program. Nice to see you all here. Thank you all for joining us from wherever you are. It's a beautiful day here again in Southern California. It is a typical February 21st. We're going to be close to 80 degrees today. Blue sky, not a cloud anywhere. We're in the desert. But we are in a little oasis here.
We're heading over 30 next week.
Yeah, we're in Rancho Mirage, California. A little oasis here. Golf courses and palm trees and flowers. And it's just pretty. All kinds of people take a walk every day in this community to get their exercise. Yeah.
I have to get closer to tell you. We have a very old woman
Yeah.
who is a slow walker.
A slow walker.
But she's out there.
Okay.
You know, good for her. She's out there walking her very old dog right across the green while he's out there working on it.
The green guy's working on the green.
Yeah.
And she's walking across
She's
it.
just walking across. I think she probably wanted to go and talk to him. I don't know.
I don't know. There's
It's pretty fantastic.
certain etiquette kind of doesn't really,
I don't think she can bend over to pick up. So I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't see any Cooper scooper with her.
Yeah. Yikes. I just can't say.
She's still out there.
Is she still out there? Yeah, well, she's paying her homeowner fees. Maybe she's a member of the club.
I sure hope so.
And
that's why they didn't kill her.
Okay. Welcome everyone to the program. Great to have you with us today from wherever you are watching us from. It's nice to have you here. Charlie, congratulations to the state of Canada, Governor Trudeau and their hockey team on its game-winning point. When one state wins, we all win. There you go. James, when I was teaching music, my marching band won a parade in Nanaimo. We celebrated with Nanaimo bars. There you go, you see. Beach Boy, I bought back covered calls on GameStop. I left only 3 50s for Jan 26. Auntie Jen, if you can tell Ryan Cohen to work his magic so I can write to the stratosphere, please. Thank you very much. There you go. She's on it. She's making calls. No problem. Taking care of business. Yo, baby. It's all good. We're up 38 cents on GameStop. 27.42 is where we're at right now. Down 386 on the Dow. Looks like 398, 386, just under 400 points. We're down 24 on S&P. We're down 47 on NASDAQ right now. We just got ourselves our bagel here for the day.
You need a napkin?
No, I got one. Thank you. Welcome to the party, pals. It's Bagel Friday. Welch's grape jelly on a sesame seed toasted bagel. Oh my goodness. We got the bagel at Whole Foods, whole paycheck. But these bagels are not terribly priced. What we got a 6-pack for like $6? Yeah.
Yeah, you're paying $1 a day. They're much bigger bagel, and they are a different they're a different dough. They're more bready than pretzel-y.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Very nice. At Costco, they're about 60 cents each, but you don't get them with sesame seeds.
And they're small. And
They're
are
different.
They are more
Tougher,
bagel.
more dense. These are fluffier.
I think they boil them a little bit longer.
Yeah. And at Sherman's Deli, which we adore Sherman's Deli, $1.85 per bagel. No deal if you buy a dozen. So I don't generally go up there to spend that kind of money. Do I need to do that? Really? No. Oh, yeah. Richard Carlin, Mary Titus. Bagel.
Unless, of course, they want them to go down.
Well, me eating this bagel, will this make SoFi go up?
Absolutely.
GameStop? We'll see. Well, SoFi hit the low of the day about 15 minutes ago, maybe 15:18. The SoFi is now 15:26. Isn't it funny how you get used to stocks when they sort of settle in? You just get used now to SoFi being $15, $16 a share. You just kind of get used to it. 6 months ago, I'm sitting here talking to you about, yeah, it's going to be 15, 16. We're not even going to think about it. You'd be going, what? What? Here we are. Now I'm telling you SoFi is going to go to 25, 30, and you're going, what? What? You know, it's going to 25, 30. Alex, neat. Charlie, Uncle Bruce, lesson number 19 should be 2 hours on you just sitting there folding your arms. I had written some GS call spreads that had climbed well above my 655, 660 mark. Yesterday it dropped and I closed it. Just fold my arms. I'm not going to panic.
You can sit there,
Charlie,
cinnamon toothpick.
yeah, 67% profit is profit enough. I wrote those a while ago. Hey, just do a lesson where you just sit there for 2 hours like this and just talk to us about how you can make money doing this. Now you see, lesson 19. There you go. Great idea.
I think, you maybe have a little nap, get the toothpick in there, and read a book.
Nose, finger up the nose and pick the nose.
Pluck that ear hair,
Yeah.
We can fill 2 hours.
We can kill 2 hours. Oh, man. Alex, I closed Palantir 125, 130 call credit spreads. Where are we at right now? 105 on the stock. He's closing out of the money credit spreads, and a Spider 612, 622 call credit spread. Spider right now sitting at 608. Sitting on some Rocket Lab put credit spreads to buy back later. Then I'm going to buy some BIL before the close and bring in interest income on this money. There you go. Yeah, I'm busy today. Alex, there will come a day where you won't have a day job anymore. This will be your day job. It's coming sooner than you think. It's awesome.
Teaching the kids. You got to teach the kids how to do it, so then Dad can just sit back, nice and easy.
Right.
Easy peasy.
Teach your children how to write call options so that you can retire and let them do all the work. Yeah. Giddy up. Well done, guys. I love it. I love this. This is what it's all about. Call credit spreads, kids. Keep writing them. Shaking the dough.
Yes, our new Prime Minister calling Connor McDavid.
Juan, way to go, Alex. That's awesome. Rock and roll, man. Consumer sentiment numbers are out. Down. Going down. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of people getting all excited about consumer prices in the next 3 months. The thought that, I'm going to go out, I'm going to rush out today and buy me a brand new car. Going to get me a 10% loan from my bank. There aren't a lot of people looking to do that. Charlie says, wait, Uncle Bruce is saying teach the kids to write options so we don't have to work? Isn't that violating child labor laws?
No, when it's your own kids. No.
Not when it's your kids. Yeah, it's just it's showing him a new video game. That's all that is. It's just with tokens. There you go. It's how they can earn their allowance. I mean, after all, you let them mow your lawn, let them write your options for you at the same time.
Just give them money? That's right.
What you do is you hook up the cell phone to the handlebar of the lawnmower, and as they're going back and forth, they're watching the screen and writing contracts and doing rollovers while they're multitasking, okay? Let's go.
No, it's like Kent. You can't help it here because Mom's got it on in the kitchen when he's eating breakfast. And now he's writing his own options and making money. See?
Oh, yeah. I love the comments when kids are wondering what's mom or dad doing writing options, listening to this guy, and then mom and dad explain options to them and tell them, okay, you pick one of the options we're going to write. If we make money on this option, you'll get half the profits. And then you go ahead and write the option. And now the kids are watching the stock like you can't believe it. And they're asking you every hour, how's it doing? How's it doing? Every morning, are we making money? How am I doing on my option? Oh, do they get interested when it's on the line? That they get super interested. Indeed. More headlines. Existing home sales sag under the weight of 7% mortgage rates. Prices continue to rise on houses. Sales are backing off. Makes sense. I don't think the SoFi shares are going up while I'm eating this bagel. Now they're sitting at $15.19 and GameStop is still up 28 cents. But I don't see a big buying surge coming in on SoFi at the moment. Juan is saying that car companies are beating big banks with their financing deals. Plenty of cars and trucks in their lots. Oh boy, do they need to move them, let alone home prices falling as well. Exactly. Not good for the U.S. economy. I keep talking about a slowdown coming. An economic slowdown, and it's evident in certain areas. This just spreads. Mm-mm. Those sesame seeds are good. Markets are falling, dropping again. Juan is saying, it's kind of funny. Insurance policy prices keep going up while the value of cars and houses are declining. Weird. That was good. What I find interesting is people feel comfortable that they have insurance. But when it comes time to put in a claim for insurance, you get denied and you find out you never had insurance. The insurance you thought you had is so limited and is so impossible to get a payout on, you really don't have insurance. Makes you wonder, other than liability, why bother? If you have health insurance and it doesn't cover catastrophic conditions because they're going to claim that you are a pre-existing person, why have anything with a $5,000 deductible on it? First $5,000 on top of your premiums, you can't get anything for it. You don't have insurance. You have a fallacy. You have a pretend policy. You're in a fantasy land. It's scary how many people adjust their surgeries, doctor's appointments all around their year end of insurance coverage. It's sad how in America it's actually a dollar and cents decision rather than a health decision to get treated and looked after. It's scary. It is scary how many people are vulnerable to that. But, hey, it is what it is. And if you're on the inside of United Healthcare as a senior executive and you're getting millions of stock options, you get rich no matter what. It works for you. Damned with everybody else, I guess. We're still down 43 on United Healthcare, down 8.5%, $4.59 a share, getting whacked. Anyway, fraud investigation is underway. And this morning, Bank of America gave it a buy rating. There you go. There you go. Unbelievable. United Healthcare tells Bloomberg that Wall Street Journal reporting is misinformation. There you go. United Health says suggestions that practices are fraudulent are outrageous and false. Well, the Justice Department is looking into United Healthcare. So, hey, I don't know. I'm just a guy in front of a computer going, that's interesting. Very interesting that that would be going on right now. Here's Bruce Lee. Yeah, it seems when insurance is required from everybody, it's incentive to milk people on premiums for extremely limited coverage that meets the law. Bingo. Absolutely. It's incredible. You pay for years and years and years, and then you have an issue. You go for a claim, and you get denied. And you find out that for all the years that you've paid for what you thought you were covered for, you're not. And surprise, surprise, they're not there for you when it's the time of reckoning. Tom is thinking maybe they didn't donate to whose campaign. Maybe they didn't, and now they're having a little problem here. I wonder about that. I don't know. It is what it is, and it be what it be. Another fun day in paradise. Folks, thank you again joining me today from wherever you are. Really appreciate you. Thank you for keeping us posted on how you're doing with your option trades. Thanks for all the thumbs ups that you were able to muster up for us today. 172 so far have come in. We need 28 from the rerunners to break 200 thumbs ups. Thank you. If you can help with the thumbs up button, please do. We have 269 votes that have come in. 78% of you out there are saying it would be a really good idea if GameStop were to buy 10% of SoFi right now. Pick them up at $16 a share, and let's go. 22% say no, 78% say yes. Thank you again for that. And again, all of you who have been supporting this channel, Thank you very, very much. We'll give you a report on Monday on how the Philippe's double-dipped pork and beef sandwiches worked out, along with an update, if at all possible, how things are over at the Donut Man in Glendora. We'll do the best we can with a report. We might have a donut or two left over that we can show off.
Instead of bagels, it'll be a donut.
It'll be a Glendora Bagel Man donut on Monday instead of a bagel on Monday. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. We'll try to keep you posted on all of that. You deserve to know just how things are going in Glendora and in downtown Los Angeles. Thank you so very much for all of you who are here day in and day out with this YouTuber. It's much appreciated. You have any questions or suggestions about this telecast or my class number 19? We're working on 19 right now. You let me know, because we're thinking into March we'll be doing class 19. I'll let you know on the dates. Probably next week sometime. I'll let you in on that. We're cooking up and scheming the idea of a get-together, meet and greet. We'll keep you posted on that when we can put one of those together. I will be at Philippe's tomorrow and the Donut Man if you want to meet us and say hi to us. I just don't know what time. Think lunch for Philippe's, and think in the afternoon sometime for Donut Man. I mean, that makes sense. We got to drive in, eat, drive on the way back, stop, all the way back. You'll see the two of us.
We're gonna have to hide them in the front. They can't be in the car with us.
Yeah, we can't have it in the car with us. No, God, no. Those donuts will get inhaled. Will they even make it back to the desert? I don't know. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for your support and kind words. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy. Is Philippe's Sandwich Place in Glendora as well? No. Am I spelling it correctly?
Downtown LA.
Across the street from Union Station in downtown Los Angeles. That's where Philippe's is. How do you spell it? Phillips is Philippe's? PPE. Yeah, two P's with an E. We think apostrophe S in downtown Los Angeles, across the street from Union Station. That's where Philippe's is. An institution in downtown Los Angeles, an absolute institution. Glendora, the Donut Man in Glendora is the name of that place. Yeah. Richard, neat. Here come the knee emojis, Mandu. Jeff, everybody, thank you all. Charlie, thanks, Uncle Bruce and Jen. Have a great weekend, everybody. Neat. Same with Bruce Lee. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. J-Boy, I forgot yesterday to add the detail on Fidelity's commission-free policy. Send me an email. Boeing Tiger, neat. J-Boy, all online buy-to-close option orders executed at 65 cents or less are now commission-free. So if you buy back a call that trades at 30 cents, no commission to close it out. Or puts, very good. Henry, I just wrote Rocket Lab covered put at 20, expiring March 21. I got 78 cents for that thing for only March 21. Neat. Jay Gill, neat. Larry Titus, neat. Tom, enjoy the fruit of your spoils, people. Cindy B, bye. Have a great weekend. Ken's mom, enjoy. Neat. We'll try to be just as skinny on Monday as I am today. You'll just slide right off. You eat those Donut Man donuts, and everyone you eat, you lose a pound. It's incredible. Your body has to work so hard to digest it. Oh, it's a diet plan like you can't believe. The drug companies have nothing on the Donut Man. Tom, neat. Thank you, Juan. And thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful time. We'll see you on Monday. Jen, are you ready to say goodbye? All right, we're getting ready to say our goodbyes. Join us, would you? 3, 2, 1. Bye.